All right, these are some good requests here. The first one is for Intel. So, where we were buying Intel was down here in 2025. This was one of our best trades last year. We bought this thing at like 19. It went all the way up to 55. We cashed out for like a 400% gain on our options. But one thing about Intel now is that it's too overbought. Okay, one of our sell strategies is to sell this red dot on the daily chart here. We want to sell that red dot in the red zone. So whenever the price comes up to the red zone is when we're looking to take profits. You can see that happen there. It pulled back, it went back up, and now we got these red dots here into earnings. So nowhere near anywhere wanting to buy this thing right now. I mean, we want this blue wave here to pull back down below this white line on the weekly. That is when we look to accumulate these names. This thing's had a really nice run. I'd like to see it correct, maybe down to like 30 to 35 bucks. I would be watching the daily here for a bigger, broader pullback. You had an opportunity to buy it right here on the daily on December 29th at around 37. Again, that popped up about 80%. Again, whenever we get up here in the red zone and we get a red dot, just like we did right there at around 50 bucks is when we want to sell. This thing's at 44 now and looks like a falling knife after they beat their earnings. So I'd like to buy that one closer to 30, 35. I'd still remain a seller here. Hopefully you sold on this red dot back here in January, but that one's very overdone to the upside. So your other one was UNH. UNH. So again, this is when we were buying UNH down here. This is when you should have been loading up down here at 240, 250. This is taken off though, so it is getting a nice bounce here off of 320. That's a good looking bounce there, good looking candle. So again, what we're doing is we're targeting the red zone. So the red zone on UNH, this is the biggest healthcare company in the world, is up here at between 520 and 600. So again, as long as the dot is green here on the weekly, we're bullish. That looks like a really good looking candle here. If that can get over 360 next week, we're going to keep going there. But this one had a big pullback, right? That was your buying opportunity right here at 250. You're already up around 50% if you bought that signal. Now it's just a matter of being patient and waiting till we get back up here to the red zone between 520 and 600. But I'd be a seller of Intel and I'd be a holder of UNH here. I'd want to see a bigger, broader pullback on UNH to take a position, kind of like that, right, on the daily when that wave is down there, just like it was back there in November at like 300. I want to see that happen again. So interesting names, just not very interesting from a buy perspective at these levels. Again, if we could break over 360 on UNH, you should see that one push up to at least 400 to 440 next week. So keep your eye on these.